Hello everyone and welcome to another Pokemon Trading Card Game live video. My name is Jamie and today I'll be taking you through another deck which has come out from the most recent expansion, which of course is Destined Rivals. But of course, just before we do go to the video, if you do like some content and you want to see some more content related to the Pokemon Trading Card Game, then as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course, like this video. So today we're looking at another concept, it's another Rocket concept in this card here, which is Team Rocket Porygon-Z or Porygon-Z depending. 140 HP, colorless type, stage 2, and has a weakness to fighting, which is not really too relevant, I guess, because 140 HP is very low for a stage 2 Pokemon, especially in this format with loads of EXs. But nonetheless, it is still pretty strong. So let's have a look at its attack here. Our command, this is for 2 colorless energy, 20 times the number of supporter cards in your discard pile that has the Team Rocket's name. So you can pretty much see where this is going. So this is a concept that is not new to Pokemon. There are many concepts over the years that rely on having cards within your discard pile to bump up the attack, and this is another one of those concepts. It also has this ability here where you can discard 2 cards, and if you do, you can draw a card. So this is pretty good for getting like supporter cards out of your hand, especially ones that we don't really use so much as well. So that also bumps up the attack for our command. So yeah, that is Porygon-Z. So let's have a look at some other cards. So, of course, you've got your Team Rocket's Porygon there, but you've also got their Team Rocket's Porygon 2. So this actually also has the R-Command attack as well. Although the major difference being that this is for 3 energy and not for 2. But we can power that up, as we'll soon find out. So just to keep that in mind. And of course, yeah, just keep in mind, Porygon does have 60 HP as well, so it is kind of susceptible to things like Dragapult. So do keep that in mind. Other things, we also have Articuno just for its ability, so yeah, pretty much standard, not really too much need to say about that. But we also do have as well Team Rocket's Mimikyu as well, so we also have it for its Gemstone Mimicry attack. So we can choose one of our opponent's active Terra Pokemon attacks and use it against it, or use it against them, so to say. So for instance, if they have, I don't know, like Dragapult, Ceruledge, Ceruledge actually wouldn't be too good because it relies on things on the discard pile as well, which we don't have. But yeah, if you're facing a Terra Pokemon and they've got a pretty interesting attack that you want to utilize, maybe like a Charizard or something, Charizard EX, then we can use Gemstone Mimicry, and yeah, that's another option that we have there as well for a Psychic and a Colorless. So that is the Pokemon line, that's the concept, just trying to power up here our commands. So let's have a look at our trainer line here. Pretty standard. So let's start with our A spec of choice. Our A spec of choice is Brilliant Blender, so pretty self-explanatory here. So discard up to 5 cards from your deck and put them into your discard pile. So we want to be discarding here supporter cards, especially because we don't really utilize all the support cards within the deck. So support cards we do utilize. We do have Team Rocket's Ariana here, so this utilizes the fact that all of our Pokemon are Rocket, and we can draw until we have 8 cards in our hand. So this is really good. So really strong cards. We've also got here Team Rocket's Giovanni as well, so it's pretty decent. So we can switch out, it's a switching card effectively, but then we can also switch our opponent's Pokemon, so when your opponent switches one of their Pokemon into the active spot. But again, it's versatile, it's nice to have, but it's a Team Rocket's Pokemon, that's why we have it, or Pokemon or a supporter card, that's why we have it. Again, similar with Team Rocket's Petrel as well, it's kind of okay, there might be some situations where we might need it. However, again, it's just a Team Rocket's Petrel, or Team Rocket's card here. So we really want to be utilizing the fact that we're discarding these cards because we don't really need them so much. It's just to bump up our Porygon-Z. So, of course, we also got Team Rocket's Factory as well. The fact that we're utilizing support cards that are all Rocket Pokemon, and we can also utilize their our Team Rocket's Factory. So we've also got 4 Team Rocket's Archer, pretty good as well. So just run around our Pokemon getting knocked out, which as they do have low HP, and that is possibly going to happen quite a lot, I imagine. So Team Rocket's Archer comes into play. If not, then it still serves as a Team Rocket's Pokemon, or sorry, support card, and we can put it into this card pile and bump up our attack. So, and of course the other card we have here, the other Team Rocket's support card we have is Team Rocket's Proton. So with Proton here, we can actually use this card going first, even if it's our first turn. So it's really solid just for setting up in terms of getting your Porygons out. And then later game when you don't need it, you just discard them. Basically, that's the idea. So. Other cards we have, 2 Rare Candy, pretty standard. Ultra Ball, we can also use Ultra Ball to get things out of our hand into the discard pile and search for things that we need. So specifically speaking, discarding item cards, or sorry, support cards. And 4 super rods. So yeah, I just found this deck. You just get knocked out so quickly with this deck, and you really need ways of recovering your Porygon lines. And that's why we've gotten for 4 super rod here. You can switch this up if you want to do though. You could also put some night stretches in there if you wanted to. Do like a 2-2 split, 3-1, whatever kind of takes your fancy. I found you just get more value out of super rod. That's why I've just gone with 4 here. So you could also even put that down to 3 if you wanted to. And of course, Team Rocket's Transceiver as well, so we can also get cards into our hand, ditch them with Porygon, ditch them with Ultra Ball, or we could even just use them, for example, things like Team Rocket's Ariana, or even if it's turn 1, we can utilize Team Rocket's Proton as well, so really, really solid. But that is the item line there, or the trainer line even, and all the supporters that we're playing. So yeah, I think if my maths is correct, I believe we can get around 340, 360 damage. So just having, I found in practice and testing that if you have exactly the number, like 320 or 340, sometimes supporter cards do get priced, so just having a little bit of leeway, adding extra supporter cards helps you get those really high numbers, so that's the idea. So late game, Porygon-Z should be very, very strong. Support cards energy cards even look a little bit like this. So standard Team Rocket's energy, so we can utilize that with pretty much all of our Pokemon there. Except Articuno, I mean we could if we really wanted to push with Articuno, but it's generally not worth it. But everything else we can utilize it there. And we've also got here reversal energy, so as we do rely on kind of going behind a little bit, reversal energy is pretty decent. And of course if we are behind on prizes and we've got reversal energy, we can auto utilize here Porygon-Z with our command, so that's another option that you have. So if you do miss the Porygon-Z and you've got Porygon-2 and you've got reversal energy and you're behind on prizes, then you can use our command with Porygon-2 as opposed to Porygon-Z. So that is the concept of the deck. That is what I've been testing. So yeah, pretty standard. Just use our command and try and knock out things basically. And this deck becomes a lot more stronger in the later game as it does, or in exchange to in the early game. But that is a theory anyway. Let's go play a game with it and let's go test it out. So let's see, we can actually choose. Nice, okay, we'll go first. So you definitely want to go first when you're playing a supporter card that you can use on turn 1. That's pretty good. And we rely on evolution, so that's a double positive there. So, but that is not a good hand. That is definitely not a good hand. So we can't use any supporters with that. So they do get a money. Ooh, that's interesting matchup. So. Let's see. I mean, we expect to be knocked out like every turn anyway. So, okay, we're on the Porygon then. That's nice. Cool. All right. Reversal energy. Okay. I think we win the Stadium War because we played 4 factories, so I think we'll just try and bait them out. Reversal energy. Okay. All right. That's not very good that hand, but we'll see what we can do with that. Let's see what we can do with that. I suppose next time we can Giovanni, and then we can, yeah, try and use Factory and just get some pluses from it. I think Vessel of Garchomp, interesting. Okay. Okay, so probably gonna get item locked, which we definitely are gonna get item locked, so that's not convenient. I mean, we don't even really have any item cards in hand anyway, but still not convenient. Nothing in discard. Okay, so rough start. Let's see if we can. Okay, we actually have a support card that we can use. All right, so we can go into. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get that down a little bit. Reversal energy. I guess we'll take reversal on the bench. Factory stack. Cool. All right. Guess we're. See what we can get. Okay, actually have a wreck. Okay. That's annoying. Let's see, 2 more. Okay, well we have a nice hand of supporter cards, so we just need to, yeah, that's, I don't know. We need something to, if we can candy into our Porygon, we've got 2 candies, 2 Porygons in hand, that's very irritating. We can actually, with that, just like slowly go through our hands, we can start ditching cards and then start drawing them. So let's see if we continue here to get item locked. If not, what we might have to start doing actually instead is maybe start hacking. We can just start hacking. Okay, no worries, that's fine. Okay, well, I think we're just going to start hacking then. I think that's the plan, that's the play. More support, okay. Right, let's put that there because we'll start hacking. Let's use Team Rocket's Petrel, which normally is not a card we want to be using, but just grab that for next turn. Right, that's how many cards in deck do we have? How many Porygon? 2 Porygon, 2 Porygon-Z. Cool. Okay, nice. It's a nice setup card. That's fine. Let's use Team Rocket Factory. Okay, there was another Porygon there, so maybe we don't actually need that after all. Cool. Alright, hacking it is. Let's try and ditch cards from their hand. We'll ditch cards that we don't need. Let's go with Petrel, why not? Cool, and it's just a way to get cards into the discard pile. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do any damage, but nonetheless, we can start ditching some of our cards that we don't need. Especially sports cards as well, so... So the good news is they don't have any Gibbles out at the moment, so that means that they're kind of behind in terms of setting up. More itchy pollen, okay, not good from their side. We'll just keep hacking away. Transceiver still item locked. Alright, let's just, I guess, why not? Porygon, let's get Articuno, then we get decked in a little bit. Factory. Alright, you got a Team Rocket's energy there. What can we do with that? That's a question, that's another thing. Not too much. Attached to Articuno, maybe. No, we could. Yeah. Nah, I don't think it's pretty useful. Let's just hacking again. Let's go to Adventure. Okay, Roserade. So we've got 5 in discard. Nice. We're actually hitting 100 damage so far. We've not even used any. Not even gotten out a Porygon. Look at that. They're just itchy polying away. Another Porygon. Okay, cool. Right, we can take another hit before we have to retreat that. Actually, you know what? We'll just Giovanni. Cool. Just to be able to use Team Rocket's Factory, draw 2 more cards. Still not ideal. Do we? I think we're just using too much energy here, but do we try and go with Articuno? No, I think we just keep hacking. Alright. I really want to get another support card with this card pile, but I kind of need the Archer as well. Let's go with a Transceiver for the moment. So 120. I think Garchomp is around what? Garchomp's around kind of like 320, 310, 320, something like that. Okay, another Team Rocket's PAF. Okay. This is absolutely dire, this game. Alright. You know what? Let's just try and apply a little bit of pressure because this is getting a little bit tedious, so to say. So I don't like to be that rash, like that harsh with just ditching energy, because we're ditching here reversal energy to go into our Articuno, so it was not the intention. Oh, nice, and finally get a Porygon here. Porygon 2, okay, well, let's do it. So, cool, so we're not behind on prizes, so then that just acts as just the one energy there, so we can arc on 140 damage, not bad. Unfortunately, we've had to use 2 special energy in order to power that up, so not ideal. But whatever, at least we're not going to get item locked anymore. Arvin, okay. So next turn we can double candy. We've got 3 Porygon now. We can double candy and evolve. Look at that. Then I think we're good to go. And I think we are. Yeah, we're going to be on track, I think. So now we're not finally item locked. Oh no! Oh no! There's another Badu they've got there. Did they support that back in, or they just got 2 Badu in deck? No, not again. Well, actually, I think that's it's okay. I mean, another Badu is because the thing is, in terms of the prize map, we've got 6 prizes here. We've taken 1, so yeah. I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, if we knock out this one, then there's like 4 prizes left. That means we could just knock out like 2 Garchomps. Which is fine. Okay, right. Well, let's. I guess we stick that down. Cool. Let's do Giovanni or no. Let's just ditch the. Let's just try and get some more. There we go. Super Rod. That's fine. Okay. Well, that's pretty much a dead hand. 180. That's not bad. That's 2-shotting most things, I think. All right. We're only going to get stronger. We've got a Transceiver in hand, so if we're going to item locked, we'll just get something out of hand or out of deck. Do we have another arch? How many archers do we want? 1, 2, 3. So we did 3 archers there. We can also search for another one just to try and deck thin, or sorry, set hand thin a little bit, because I mean this is we've got 3 factories there, 3 factories there, 3 super rods. It's pretty clunky, this hand, so to say. So. $330 HP plus that the tool there, the power weight, so plus 30, so 400. Oof. I don't know if we can get to such a 400 damage. I don't know if we can. Not again. Not again. Oh, please don't. Please. Oh man. All right. Well, I mean, yeah. What can you do? I mean, we'll knock it out. That's the positive thing, right? We'll knock out the buddy. I mean, this is then we need just 1 EX knockout and a non-EX knockout, and that's the play. So we're fighting it. Okay. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. Alright, Ultra Ball, Dead Hand, Arcommand, Knockout, get out of here. Alright, so there's 3 bodies we've taken down there. Okay, nice. Well, at least we can utilize, yeah, we can use Factory next turn, try and draw some cards. I don't believe we're going to get, item locked again, but if we do, then, we have an out there, I suppose, or something we can do with that. So Garchomp 400. 400, we can't get 4. We're going to have to 2-shot that thing. We're going to have to try and 2-shot that thing. So Corpse Drive, okay. Yeah, that's fine. But it does mean that, okay, so knocking that out and knock something else on the bench. Okay, that's fine. Cool. All right, so we're actually even on prizes. So Porygon, yeah. I wonder if we can Team Rocket's energy, and do some damage that way, and put it in 1 range. Probably overthinking it, but okay. So, it's Candy. Let's get the active Porygon. Candy again. Get a Porygon on the bench. Nice. So, alright, so Transceiver. What do we want? Perhaps get an Ariana here, or actually maybe we want an archer, but then we actually really need. Can I hand? No, I can't really hand thin too much. Oh yeah. Okay, I think archer's the play here. Just because we need an energy basically, so let's do that. Okay, Porygon 2. All right, let's get a Porygon. Yes, super odd. Let's get back one line here. There we go. So factory, cool, cool. All right, Archer it is. Try and put them down some cards. Nice, cool. We got the energy. That's good. And we've also got factory as well. We can also hit some on factory as well. That's good. Cool. All right. Do we want to? How much damage are we doing? It should tell us 240. I mean, we're not going to one-shot that thing anyway, right? So we're going to have to try and two-shot it. So let's go then reverse energy. So let's stick a reverse energy on active. And then next turn we've got the rocket energy just to do 240. And then we'll put a bit more pressure next turn with the other Porygon. Or the other Porygon-Z. And then yeah, we'll rocket energy and try and knock out that Garchomp. That's the play here. So. Cool, yeah, even with Munkidori, they'll put some 30 damage onto us. With Garchomp, we're still in two-shot range there, so it really makes no difference actually to us. First spin, okay. Cool, which, okay, right, cool. Yeah, I can just knock it out with corkscrew dive there, so they don't really need to push because they're already hitting weakness. So I believe it's how many. I mean, we're probably not going to go behind on prizes, so probably very careful that we conserve our rocket energy here. So another rocket energy attachment here. And I believe there's one in discard. There was one in discard. Cool. So there's two more in deck. So just have to keep that in mind. Although, if they miss the Gibble this turn and we get the knockout, I would say that's pretty much game. Alright, I think that looks like game, because we'll knock out their active with our Porygon here on the bench, and then we just need another knockout, basically. So I think, unless they've got something that I don't know about, I think we should be good. So stick down on the active there. Let's Ultra Ball. Let's try and hand thin a little bit. Goal. Let's get a Z. Set ourselves up there. Cool. Super odd. Let's put those two back. And let's go for a +7 here. That's pretty nice. Cool. There we go. Right. So we've got 13 cards in deck. Let's Brilliant Blender. See, can we get some more support cards in discard pile? We can. Cool. We've got another 2 Arianas in deck. Okay, that's cool. We'll just leave it at that. Let's reconstitute here one and stick a factory in there. We don't really need a factory. There we go. Porygon-Z, cool. Let's 10 cards in deck. Draw 2, there we go. Okay, 2 Transceivers. Probably should have looked if there was a rocket engine in there, but we're going to take 2 prizes here anyway, so it's very possible. 340 damage. So under most circumstances, we would knock out everything in the format with that, right? Under most circumstances, I mean, and that's 360 we've got in hand. We've got 2 more in deck. Wait, can we even get 400? So 340, 60. We can actually get 400 damage. We can actually get 400 damage because we've got 2 Arianas in deck. We've got 2 Transceivers, an Ultra Ball to ditch the Giovanni there. That's 400 damage. So even if they get another Garchomp there with one of the weights on one of the tool cards, we can actually hit that number. Look at that Porygon for the win. So the only thing that we're just relying on here is the only thing that we're relying on that we don't have just yet is just the energy. Just the energy cover. We can actually Transceiver anyway. We can double Transceiver. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Easy. Even hypothetically, if they had a Garchomp right now, we've still got this. Let's see. Counter Catcher. Okay, sure. Yeah. Got an energy on there. We can just retreat that. That's fine. Cool, so I'm going to make the play I'm going to make the play that let's assume. Okay, shame in, sure. Let's just assume that they've got a Garchomp with. Okay, ooh, that might actually it's not going to change much, to be honest. It's not going to really change much at all. Ultra Ball. Did I ditch the factory? How many factories did I ditch? I was pretty rash on that one, or pretty like harsh. 3. There's still 1 factory in deck. You know what? Okay, but I think with the previous hand, had we kept the previous hand, I think that we would have been able to hit that 400 damage. There's 2 Arianas in deck, 1 Giovanni. We're doing 340, I believe. That's an extra 60, 400. But that attachment on the Articuno is actually becoming pretty clutch right about now. Surprisingly, wait, why didn't they just counter-catch this up instead? That's got no energy on it. Yeah, why didn't they just counter-catch it? Let's get a Porygon out, why not? Oh, why they didn't counter-catch up the other Porygon-Z, and then that would have had forced me to get an energy card then. It was a misplay on their part. But let's do that. Let's see. Oh, we got an Ariana anyway, nice, cool. If that makes any difference. Cool. You know what, since we are here, cool, why not? Let's retreat that. Go into Porygon. Attach the energy. Cool. And that is 400 damage. So even with the Garchomp, with 400 damage, that is still knockout. Look at that. So I don't know anything in the format that can send up to 400 damage. So pretty strong. So very good. Nice, good game. Good game. So even with its weaknesses, even with its flaws, against fighting type, they've actually got an advantage in terms of the weakness that we have in terms of fighting, but that doesn't really make too much of a difference anyway. But yeah, as you can see, early game it's pretty slow. 80 damage, 100, 120 is that kind of range. But later game, I mean, you're pretty much one-shotting most things. So yeah, as I said, like I had many times in this game where like I put all the support cards up to like 340 to find some of them were prized, and then I would only be able to like tops like, I don't know, 280 or something like that. So that's why I've added more supporter cards to get to those numbers. So, but very good. But that is Team Rocket's Porygon-Z. I'll leave, as always, the list in the description box below. You can tell me what you think of the deck. And yeah, let me know what you would change. But if you do like this type of content and you want to see some more content related to the Pokemon trading card game, then as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and, of course, like this video. That would be amazing. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for watching. That was Porygon-Z for you, or Team Rocket's Porygon-Z. And yeah, see you all the next one.